Jeff and Jeremy. It's like a radiogasm.
I said, hey, babe, check it out on the podcast.
Apple Podcast, Google Podcast,
And Spotify.
all this is going viral.
Good morning and welcome in. Happy Monday to you, I guess, right?
It is a happy Monday.
I had a great weekend. We
Got to go out, do a little bit more than normal. Or I should say the new normal. Ha, new normal. Goodbye.
And,
See ya. You're in the rear view.
what do we got here? Yeah.
You're still chomping on my ass, but you're still in the rear view.
You know, I was reading a study that people said they'd give up sex for a year if they could travel. I got a little travel plans coming up here in a couple weeks.
This is what I don't understand, okay? Is like,
I don't have to give it up. I don't know why people are so scared.
you can travel.
Scared.
That's the thing, is like, you
Travel smart.
Nobody's ever told you that you can't travel. Like, yeah, you might not be able to go some places like Canada, but
What, Canada won't let us in?
they don't let us in.
Yes. Sorry, I'm
pompous. No, they're
shouldn't
pompous.
say that. Yeah,
Super pompous.
those pompists.
Yeah, they're super pompous.
No, that's not true. Here's the thing. I like Canadian people. I think it's their government that I don't like.
Yes.
The Trudeaus. The Trudeaus of the world. Not a big fan. And you know what? I watched this guy who's a hunting fishing guide. Hunting. He's a hunting fishing guide out of Canada. And howtohunt.com. He's actually great, but he's big time anti-government in Canada. And he's pretty much anti-government everywhere. And he's one of those guys like, our buddies from Washington and Idaho, you know how they are. They're going to come get your guns.
Yeah.
They're going, don't give them all the power, which, government has way
Cabin
too much
in
power.
the woods.
Yeah, I mean, we've kind of seen how much power and how much they love it, right? So, now he lives in a house. He doesn't have a cabin in the woods. I'm sure he owns some cabins. He's very successful, but so I think a lot of Canadian people are like him, and I like that. But Canada, huh? Can't travel. No, I just did I break the rules? Because I noticed we had somebody here that went to Texas and then came back and they made him quarantine. Mm-hmm. And I went to Washington State. You did. And I didn't tell anybody.
Right.
So
it's a wise move.
Except for you.
Wise move.
And everybody listening, which nobody listens to this, obviously, because I didn't get in trouble. So I'm not going to say where I'm going, but I got a little something planned coming up. A little travel plans. Yeah.
It's interesting because
but I have to get a COVID test before I come back.
But
I will get a COVID test. I shouldn't say that. Let me
government policy. That's not work policy.
No. Hold on. Let me just pretend that never happened. I don't want people to figure out where I'm going. I will say this. I am going to get a COVID test before I come back to work.
Good idea. Hey, wait. As the HR representative at corporate said to me when I said, hey, I can't give you my address change because I don't have access to a fax machine at home and they're making me stay at home. She's like, that's okay. We just appreciate you keeping your coworkers safe.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, thanks.
So
I am such a diseased person. You're right.
Did you just feel like saying, like, stop being fake? That is the fakest thing anyone's ever said to me.
They're supposed to be fake. It's
I know,
Toby.
They have to be.
Okay?
Toby's not that fake. Yeah, can't travel. People are scared.
But you can.
But you can. No, you can travel.
I mean, I went to Arizona last year.
It was last year. But you know me. I mean, I just do it smart, I mean, I wash my hands. I wipe stuff down. If I'm on an airplane, I wear the mask. They make you wear the mask. I mean, they pretty much tell you, if you don't wear the mask, we're going to kick you off at 30,000.
It's a good question for people this morning. It's bright and early. But like I said, it's in the rear view. And I don't know that necessarily we're going to put this one on Facebook, but you could text it in on the 805 Beer text lines, 805-543-3693. We will not say your real name. We will only say
we won't say your name at all.
Nickname. Yeah, we won't say your name at all unless is your nickname in it.
Unless you say, hey, use my name.
If you can use my nickname, just specify nickname or real name or whatever.
Well, this is getting interesting. What do you want him? What do you want him to say?
Did you hold back, not lie, but hold back with information due to coronavirus?
No one's going to answer that, honestly.
because the thought crossed my mind, and in hindsight, I wish we would have.
Yeah, because you had to quarantine.
Yes,
because you knew somebody who knew
my
somebody
wife
who knew
works
somebody
for this company too,
who came in contact with it.
So we had a very serious 5-minute discussion when we got the news that somebody at my son's school got COVID. That what are we going to tell work?
Good ethical conversation.
And with me, I was like, I think we have to, because if we do give it to people, then they're going to be mad that we didn't, if we do indeed have it.
And she said,
they're going to make a big deal out of it. And she was 100% right, and I was 100% wrong. I mean, they made way too big of a deal out of it.
Take off your skirt, Jeff.
What we should have done is we should have followed.
You did the right thing.
Followed the lead of my daughter's school, because we called them first, and we said, "Hey, her brother's teacher had some coronavirus, had a COVID test, and it was positive." And they said, "Does she have a fever?" And we said, "No." And she said, "Okay, she can come to school tomorrow."
Well, they've been making us check our temperature every day. I mean, I think everybody, I feel like, has to do that. No matter where you go, people are taking your temperature. I'm surprised they don't take your temperature when you walk into Costco.
How different it is. It is
Walmart.
Seen as a serious thing depending on what the dynamics are. And I think most of the dynamics have everything to do with not health and science first, but litigation first.
Yeah. Well, actually, you know what? I'm sorry. I'm gonna stick on this for a second. How does it make any sense to you that when you go to a restaurant, they have to take your temperature?
Right.
Even to eat outside? But you go to Costco or Walmart, is anybody taking your temperature?
Taking your temperature.
Nobody is.
Nobody's taking temperature.
Are you trying to tell me what? You can social distance? No, I've seen the people in there. They're on top of each other.
Home Depot's crazy crawling with people. It's like you look at those. Remember those ant farms?
Yeah.
The ants are crawling on top of each other.
Not taking your temperature. I've been to one. No. Grocery store? No. But if you go...
People are taking their dogs into...
I got an eye exam the other day, taking my temperature. I'm fine with it. I mean, everywhere I go, they're taking my temperature, except for these big retail outlets.
Take your temperature at a restaurant. No, I know.
Why aren't they following the rules?
Dude, I'm all about conspiracy on this,
nobody's talking about that.
Big taxpayers.
Listen, I'm not here to narc on anybody. I'm just saying, it makes you think, right? Come on. Why is this, so strict for some businesses, especially the small businesses, but not the others?
They're essential.
Damn it. Here we go. We came right back around to this. I didn't want to do this.
Essential.
It's so hard not to. Anyways, good morning. Thanks for kicking it with us.
It's essential to do home repairs when you're stuck at home.
Yeah. Hey, we're doing Been There, Done That. Coming up at 8 o'clock, find out what you have to know or what you have to figure out to win. It's a $25 gift card to go to the Human Being Coffee Stand there in Morro Bay and Atascadero. We give it away every Monday.
We have some photoshopping going on our Facebook page.
I saw that over the weekend.
Something that Seth said at the end of the show. We'll get to that coming up.
Whoa! Jeff and Jeremy in the morning.
Been going around Facebook this weekend. Seth.
It's been a long time since we've been on the Bob's Big Boy train. I remember there used to be a lot of Bob's.
I was Bob's Big Boy for Halloween once.
Yeah,
because you were calling me Bob's Big Boy, so I threw it in your face and I dressed up.
I found like I don't know what it was. It looked like an old dog toy or something outside the door here that was like buried in the dirt, and it was like a squeezy toy. It's probably actually a collector's item. But it was dirty and had been abused a little bit. And it was a Bob's Big Boy, like a rubber toy. And I found it and I put it on your desk one day, because it looked like you. I thought it looked like you. And then a lot of people took the ball and ran with it around here. Those people are fun.
Well, I do push my hair. It's short and I push it to one side and it does spike up a little bit, but not like Bob's Big Boy.
You take on the characteristics of a Bob's Big Boy, shorter. I mean, that's you kind of look like that guy. They had
it. I'm bittersweet about this picture that was photos together here,
because
at least I'm holding a big fish.
Very similar. Yeah. Too bad you're not holding it on a platter and into the sky while giving somebody the thumbs up. Next time when you take your fish photo, will you do that? I'll give you a platter. You could take out and put it in the boat.
No, I'm not doing
it. And you could put it on the fish. Yeah. You could put the fish on it, and then wear your checker overalls and then give the camera a thumbs up while looking to the side? Would you do that, please?
I'm going to pass on that, but I'll try to hold the fish more like a Bob's Big Boy. How does that sound?
Point in being and bringing this up is I just wanted to say, Lucretia, thanks for going the extra mile and not only listening, but listening and engaging. We appreciate you.
I think it's Lucretia.
Yeah, whatever. Does it matter?
I'm sure it does to her. She'd like you to pronounce her name correctly.
Yeah, it could be that.
Wake up.
Jeff and Jeremy in the morning.
All right, you live in Paso now. You're a North Countian. What is everybody's obsession with the skating rink?
I don't understand it.
So we asked a question last week. There's JCPenney's and something else that went out of business.
Bed Bath & Beyond.
And we're like, what should go in there? And of course, we, on Friday's show, we had the awkward Facebook exchange, which was great. You can get that on the podcast, by the way, Jeff and Jeremy in the morning. But a lot of people were writing skating rink, and I'm thinking, like, who roller skates anymore? That's like died in the 90s, didn't it? I mean, that was pretty much over in the 80s. It was such a 70s thing to do. And so I don't even know where I've seen a roller rink. I remember we had one growing up as a kid. I went in junior high, and that was it. I never went back again. And the only reason I think I went in junior high is because a lot of the kids from school would go down there on certain nights because that's where you could go hang out and do the arcade and then skate and, talk to girls outside of class. Huh?
That's ice rinks. I'm trying to find out how many skating rinks. And this is inline skating. There are in the United States. It looks as if though, let's see. California. Okay, I'll look up California.
Dawn really wants a skating rink.
Where to find?
She's like, we need a skate. Well, she's got a lot of kids.
Central California roller rinks.
She's got a lot of kids.
This is Fresno County has 2.
So maybe that's why she needs something for her kids to do.
Okay, this must have something with it. There are 3 in Bakersfield. There are 2 in Fresno. There are there's 1 in Madera, 1 in Merced, and 1 in Tulare. So if a lot of people transplant here, they didn't grow up here, and they come from the Central Valley, which a lot of people that live in Paso Robles do come from the Central Valley. Maybe it's built into their fabric. That's the only thing I could think of because, like, I'm with you. I don't understand the popularity of a skating rink. Like every skating rink. I mean, we used to go to skating rinks when we were, kids, because it was fun. It was a cool place to hang out with other kids. But they all went away because it was just not a very profitable use of space. Now, that being said, I think a lot of commercial real estate is going to open up here in the next upcoming months. Mm-hmm. So maybe there will be a resurgence of skating rinks.
DL says he's working on one currently right now. I don't know where. Didn't say, but he wrote in on the Jeff and Jeremy Facebook page, at Jeff and Jeremy, by the way. Jeff and Jeremy is how you search it out. Somebody said a bowling alley because the Paso Bowl went out. I think a bowling alley would be.
Why wouldn't somebody just buy the Paso Bowl and turn it into a bowling alley, though?
I don't know.
It's for sale.
Yeah.
I mean, if you want a bowling,
it's all
alley,
there. Maybe they're asking too much.
If they made a they should. I mean, Paso's a good space to be, and that's pretty close to the central area of Paso Robles.
Yeah, I bowled up there. Had a good time. The bowling alley in Santa Maria is pretty nice, too.
Super nice.
I think it's a big deal there. That's what people in Santa Maria do. They bowl. So, yeah, it's all women, by the way. All moms, by the way, that want the skating rink. Okay. So, and I clicked on 2 of them that I clicked on actually had pictures of their family on the page, and they had a lot of kids. So I think they're just really needing something for their kids to do. And so that's an option. Anyways, you can leave a comment. You can comment on other people's comments, and maybe you'll be in our next awkward Facebook exchange. Jeff and Jeremy on Facebook.
Wake up.
Jeff and Jeremy in the morning.
Jeff and Jeremy here online at KZOZ.com. So this is an Amazon delivery driver in Rhode Island. This guy was at work, and you have a Ring doorbell.
Yeah, we've not used it in years though. I don't like it because when you buy it, you buy it and then they're like, okay, log in, all that stuff. Here's your deal. You get the service for a year, then you have to pay for the service.
Oh, I
see. So it's a subscription.
And what is
deal.
the service, by the way?
It's the service to be able to access the videos and have it work. I mean, just
so you have to eventually pay for just to even watch it if you're at home.
So when we ended up taking it down, I was just like, I'm not going to put it back up.
Yeah.
I did put it up with the intention on our last house of hooking it back up, and it went 2 years without. But
there's other doorbell cameras you can get. I know my stepdad has a bunch of cameras at the house, and every time it moves, and I think ours does this too. We don't have it set up. It'll send you a notification if you want.
That's what happens with my father-in-law's got that. I'm sure he does. He's not signed up to some subscription service.
Oh, I see.
It's like a DVR.
Let's see, this Amazon driver, because they've teamed up with a grocery store. I forget which one they bought. Whole Foods, maybe? But they bought Whole Foods. They deliver groceries. And this guy had groceries.
World domination delivered in the way of organic vegetables, yes.
Mm-hmm. And so you can feel good about it because you're being good to the planet.
Right. Hey, let's steal everybody's information. And we'll give them organic vegetables and overpriced organic vegetables at that. So because we got to make a profit,
but we can charge more because they're saving the planet and themselves. Anyways, he's at work and his doorbell, his what's it called? Ring doorbell notification goes off. So he looks at his phone.
I was watching and he was acting strange, so I kept watching. I didn't know what he did until I looked outside and saw the wet spot there on the ground. I went back inside and rewatched the video, and I put the volume all the way up, and I could hear it. At that point, I realized that he had urinated all over my food.
What the hell? This guy lost his job. The Amazon driver. He also.
What did these people do to him to make him so mad that he would do that to him?
Well, there's more here. Let's listen. I don't think they did anything. I think this guy needs his head examined.
I'm just totally mind blown about the whole thing. Like, I just don't know what he was thinking, or if he did just have to go to the bathroom. I mean, there were woods right next to my house.
See, this guy's an idiot because
I watched the video, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's the guy's house. He's got a big yard, and then there's a road out there. And, he could have went around the house. We've heard other drivers that go around the side of the house. They've peed on somebody's garden.
They really have to go.
Probably on accident, but this guy, right on the package. Why would you pee on the packages you just set down on the ground?
The real bad thing about this is every delivery driver that does some pea-brained, pardon the pun, thing like this, they are making a stronger case for drone delivery. And if they make a stronger case for drone delivery, then that means you are taking jobs away from actual people where they can make a wage and contribute to society and giving it to a robot that costs a lot less than an actual person.
Yeah. You going to hook up your Ring? You going to think about it? Or look into something else? I'm going to start looking into something else. I've always wanted something. I'm actually way getting into this surveillance thing. I want the surveillance cameras.
You need it.
I want them in the house. I want them outside the house.
Lot, so it's difficult because you need it up and down your driveway. Because especially with your mailbox situation, all that, you need to get more than a Ring. You need to get like a surveillance.
Yeah, I'm going to get a whole system.
And you can get those pretty reasonably priced at like Harbor Freight or something along those lines. I think you have to run power to them, so that might be an issue.
That's the issue.
Yeah, but
they don't run on batteries.
I'm sure they make some that do run on batteries.
Anyways, one more statement from the guy and Amazon.
I'm extremely happy that I had the Ring doorbell. Because, if we didn't, then we would be drinking those seltzers right now.
Oh, gross. They fired the guy. They gave him $100 too in his Amazon account to replace those groceries and some of his pain and suffering, I guess. Your thoughts always welcome. 805-543-3693. Those are the 805 beer lines.